And welcome everybody to another stream. Go to another match here of the third week, the first week, the third gen. So event. We are starting at getting to the June tournaments. The second week already started, but I didn't have any time last week. Or this week that just passed. To really cast any games. Let's get started. How's it going, Pat? Welcome in, welcome in. Give you some Age of Empires entertainment before bed. Even though we did have the Low Wheel Legends and the GCTV tournament, so entertainment was had during the day. This one should be a doozy though, Boy versus Barry's. Two of the better players here in the tournament. We already know the score, but I remember it was a 3-map matchup. Shouldn't say this on the stream, but nobody's gonna know. I'm not gonna say that during the cast itself. Alright, let's get going into the game as it just loaded. Welcome everybody to another matchup here of the Joust. We have in the color pink, playing as the Zoo, she's Legacy. It is Boy. Look at that, he already knows exactly where the mill is gonna land. It's the kind of optimization we hope to see. Alright, on the other side, playing in the color blue, it is Barry's, playing as a Deli. Usually opens up with Amacid. So let's see what his Deli can do here. Very good player. Very good player. Both sides very good players. Very even. Last joust, during the first joust, their series matchup the last week was a really, really good one. And if they get any close to that for this match, then it's gonna be such a good series. So we get the Fishing Productions first. Pirate D should be almost close, almost finished. Whenever he finishes, whenever he starts Sanctity. So we'll keep track of the tags here. Barry's is the kind of player that pays a lot of attention to it, and the order of the tags he gets. On the other hand, for Boy, there's quite a range of strategies now. Going fast castle isn't as fast as it was before. It's arguably more powerful after being in Castle Age, but you get to Castle Age a little bit later. So I think in that sense it's quite balanced. Because if the other side made it to Castle Age very early as well and managed to battle you for the relics, then Zushi's Castle Age wasn't actually quite as powerful as the timing at like 6:30 or something like that made it seem. So let's see how the game turns out here. Not entirely sure that's what Boy's gonna do. He can also do some pretty good all-ins or extended feudal games. But here for Barry's, I doubt he'll want to go fast castle. I really think he wants to put the pressure onto Boy early on in the game to try and force him into making units, try and force him into playing the game a little bit. Before the game really gets going. So looking into the sheep battle, very even. Looking into the map here, love the tree line over here. Makes walling very good for Barry's. This one as well, right? You can this is a very good wall to make with knights, right? Or if Boy ends up being with knights. We are going for a Tower of Victory, so feudal aggression is confirmed. Tower of Victory makes your infantry very good. Arguably, it's not the best infantry in the game. Where is the best infantry at supporting your other units in the game, right? It's not going to be the main. It's not going to be the main unit, but it's going to be the meat of your army, and as the meat of your army, Delhi really is unparalleled, right? Whereas with HRE, for example, or Order of the Dragon, they really are the star of the army. Not really the case with Delhi. As usually it's elephants or loads of other cavalry. Alright, we're getting a Jianing Tower. Military buildings and units produced within the influence Toward progress towards 3 armies. That's why this is built first now. Both landmarks have been reworked a little bit. Getting 3 units, of course, always contentious, but this is basically... It's not entirely free, right? It's free how if you go to a store and you buy... let's say you buy donuts, you have 2... 2 for the price of 1, right? It's... They argue the second one is free, but is it really free? Basically, you paid half for both. It's here's the same principle, but not quite as high hit discount. We are getting an early stable and early horseman here for boy, and yeah, the sheep were very even sheep, which does favor boy a little bit because boy really needs them, I suppose. So not losing them is a boost for sure. That horseman, I really want to see where it goes. Let's follow the horseman. Oh, let's first see the tax here from berries. Yeah, there you go. Piety, 34 seconds from finishing. Oh, I think berries might have seen this. And if he paid attention, if that didn't look like a scout, then he's gonna be able to do something about it. Okay, so we're getting a range first. Range first despite the horseman being out in the field. Horseman quite good against ranged units, not that good against other melee units. But unless you take into account that they are quite they're a trash unit, and the melee units are usually gold units. Apart from spears that outright counter them, we have 2 horsemen. Boy already with 3 out on the field, so we're gonna get archers and Ghazi raiders. Yeah, so it's really gonna depend on what Boy does, and Boy's getting Juggernaus. And one thing Barry's, I think, is gonna do, that I will really like, by the way, if he does, is that he's gonna try to get a very condensed city that makes his archers very easy to fight with. No, Barry's doing a 1-1-1, which is very, very wise as Delhi. It's one of those strategies that always turns out pretty well. Still no unit skilled for either side at 6:30 in the game. And yeah, look at Barry's, right? He's adding Ghazi Raider spears. I don't even add archers. But on the other side here, on Boy's base, adding Smith as well. Doubling down on the ranges. That is very, very interesting indeed. Adding horsemen here to protect the gold. Gold very important, of course, if you really want to get those upgrades. And I do suspect one of these upgrades to come in, especially ranged attack. These Juggernaut, they benefit greatly from ranged attack, but also other units benefit greatly from ranged armor from them because they attack 3 times. So it's like you're getting triple value for every blacksmith upgrade, and that's exactly what Boy's doing. Ooh, this might be a kill here for Boy. Oh, the units drop off the resources at the right time. I'm not sure Barry's did this. If he did, it's genius, but I don't think so. And first unit kill goes for Barry's. It's only a horseman, though. Only a horseman. We have Ghazi Raiders trying to raid. They might raid this position. They don't have ranged armor yet. But like 2 damage a shot, it's still a lot of damage. And they almost killed the one Ghazi Raider. A unit that's supposed to counter them. They're getting ranged armor, really important here for Barry's. To his credit, he is doing that, so more power to him. Whereas Boy just keeps on adding Juggernauts. And then looks like he's going for an all-in, opening with horsemen, hoping to bait out some spearmen. I don't think Juggernaut have bonus damage, right? They do not need bonus damage though. They deal so much range damage. Compared to like to a 0 armor unit, that they really don't need bonus damage. It's, they're really good against spearmen. They're on 5 attack now, and Barry's realizes that he will have to protect the sacred sites with his army if he hopes to conquer them. So losing these scholars would be a big blow toward Barry's. It seems like we're gonna have a big battle. Ooh, this favors Barry's ever so slightly. It depends on how well the engagement goes. Oh, but boy, getting a good early engagement, these archers might die, and that is a bit of a blunder on the part of Barry's here. Oh, spearman targeting the other spearman, not great for Barry's. Oh, and the spearman getting caught. Barry's. Wow, he had the units, but they were all scattered in where Boy had his whole army together. Yeah, look at Barry sacrificing some of the Ghazi Raiders to try and save the Scholar. The Scholar will not make it, though. No, it will! Oh, the Scholar could have died. Well, that's great for Barry's. Great silver lining for Barry's. None of that was great for him, but yeah, Boy now has the opportunity to close out this game, and well, yeah, I think he can start pressing his advantage. Ooh, the Barry's here get caught. Yeah, unit's starting to fall. Ooh, good fight. Good opportunity for Barry's. Barry's can retreat now and take the W. Oh, he's committing. The Scholar dies. Oh, that is very unfortunate. Just doesn't have a count. Just doesn't have the army count to really fight this. Oh, and now without the food from these Barry's. Barry's at home expired. He only has sheep. He still has some sheep. That's like 1,000 food. So it's gonna be, what, 6? The Ghazi Raiders, not really taking into account it's definitely less than 10. Yeah, this is definitely not good, and Barry's is in a very precarious position right now. But I do like this wall. Using the resources as a wall, always a little bit contentious. If Boy does decide to go around, he can actually camp the Jugnus over here. And just take this fight. Yeah, Barry's trying to poke in with the archers. His archers have increased attack speed. They have increased ranged armor. I want to see ranged attack. Yeah, he's getting melee and ranged damage from his blacksmith and the Tower of Victory is Barry's. So yeah, this should have been his timing, but he doesn't have units right now. Boy not really close to aging up, so at least we're gonna get the game on this level of attack. There's deer being caught as well. Jugnus are not as good a unit as archers are, but they're close. Usually player going archers against a player going Jugnus has a very slight edge because of the range. They can be a little bit more effective at making an attack. Oh, and Barry, I don't think this gives out that Barry's is on deer. I think the map will give that away. Alright, now the horsemen are going to try to push, which would be a big mistake. You still want to respect this position. I think Boy needs to really get his ram going. Just a single ram to tear this down. Barry's is surviving by the skin of his teeth here, but if he's allowed to continue with the free eco upgrades, he can start catching up. And Barry's will have pro scouts as well, so he could, in theory, start getting this tier. Ooh, getting it with the villagers in a position that's very, like, it's in the way of where Boy wants to raid, right? This tier in the corner isn't, so it could be safe that way. Oh, Boy's gonna find it. He finds the wolf. Yeah, that's... Yeah, this is not great, and there's a ram as well. And if Barry's doesn't address it, all of the villagers are gonna die. Fortunately for him, the Jugunu was kind of unattended. Oh, and like, not a bad fight for Barry's here, considering the circumstances, but yeah, fighting under the defenses will be good for him, but he needed to be more conservative with the archers. We're trying to take the sacred site. Barry's trying to do a lot here, trying to come back, but just the numbers are not good for him. And I think Boy here wants to try and start raiding. Yeah, definitely a few Juggernaut sent this way. 4 workers killed already. And Barry steps out. Let's get into game number 2. Alright, off to game 2 we go. God damn it, my cap is off center. Alright, we have a replay. I need to be quick. I'm using the previous live. If they drop an update, these replays are lost forever. So I think I'm doing 2 series today. I don't have to wake up very early tomorrow, so I think I got the energy for it. Let's go. Welcome everybody to game number 2. We got here in the color red. Down a game. It is Barry's playing as the Japanese. Going with the Dark Age Barracks. Dark Age Barracks for the Japanese is starting to become very popular again. And I can definitely see why after the last few games we've casted. On the other side here in the color pink, playing as the Abbasid Dynasty, it is Boy. And Abbasid got a revamp, a rework here in the House of Wisdom, if you guys recall from the last couple of weeks worth of games. It's gonna be chronologically, it's gonna be a mess on YouTube, but at the time of recording, it's been like 3 weeks since the patch that brought Jin over. Might even actually be a month already. It's the patch that brought Jin, but also reworked a lot of other aspects of the game, got dropped. House of Wisdom was one of them, so now you have Algebra here as a secondary tech for the Culture Wing, which the House of Wisdom generates 3 food, 3 wood, and 2 gold per minute. For which military tech completed. Ties in well here with Preservation of Knowledge. Don't know how good it is, but also a rework of the Trade Wing into the Administration Wing. Which retains the Grand Bazaar, which is a great tech for late game. The other 2 attacks are actually alright. Watching though, this House of Wisdom, I would have liked it to have seen it, but maybe here on this side and like connect with houses over here. It's gonna be a bit of a mess trying to connect everything over to this mining camp. Not a bad one. Other than that, oh, we have Spearmen targeting here the villagers, and oh my, Barry's making a bit of a mess of his micro. And Boy, without enough gold to wage up, is gonna be it's gonna be on a weird position here. Oh, that's the first worker down. Boy, not really paying attention. Probably doing something else here as well. Trying to fight with villagers. Very rarely does that work well. Except with English and Dust of Lancaster, of course, but they're not involved in this game. Yeah, where's the 3rd spear? Where is the 3rd spear? Oh, the 3rd spear? No, it's not in here. Oh, Barry's almost got it! No, you're gonna run away, mate! Don't! Oh, not worth it to lose the spears to this! Ah, I can't keep up the pressure now. But Barry still has a spear here. And I think this spear will be the main difference maker. Yeah, Boy's completely out of gold now, but at least... Yeah, he's down 2 villagers, which is, of course, terrible. Destroyed value is slightly on the side. No, Barry's! Don't sacrifice the spear again! No. Well, Barrys did do a lot of damage, right? Killing 2 workers this early means that Boy has got a massive percentage of his economy already destroyed, and also his efficiency is not good. He's at 95% against the 98.6 of berries. Yeah, berries going Kura Storehouse. Yeah, I love the Kura Storehouse location on both woodlines, actually. And boy, aging up with the military ring. Yeah, he's got to be aggressive. He can't let berries hold on to this advantage for long. The 4 free units are pretty good. I do not know, though, how long those will last him. So militarily, yeah, we're starting to get samurai. Samurai are going to be pretty good in this context here of a game that's going to be heavy into feudal age, as Abbasid doesn't really have much of an answer other than the very expensive camel archers, one of my personal favorite units, by the way. They're gonna get the upgrades as well here from the forge. These upgrades, they are quite expensive. But you have the extra attack upgrade, which is often pretty good. Ooh, we got a stable. Got a stable opener from Boy. He's gonna get his 4 infantry units. And if Berries doesn't scout this, it might be inclined to make archers. Or Yuma Ashigaru. He's already making samurai, so he's not gonna fall for that. Yeah, what I'd like to see next is eventually, if Boy goes heavy into infantry, eventually he's gonna get boot camp. But if he doesn't, I really hope he never gets boot camp. Ooh, look at that. Barry's trying to go for the archers. The samurai, they can be quite tanky against this army, but Barry's needs another upgrade. He can't just be with the attack upgrade. Especially now that horsemen are here. The horsemen deal a lot of damage. They deal with 7 damage a hit to these samurai, so Barry's needs to either reconsider his strategy. Yeah, shifting to Unobligation, good move. This is not a good move. This is not a good move. Much better move is retreating. Barry's has 110 gold to work with. Don't send your Unobligation that far forward. Oh, and there's gonna be double barracks and the range. I don't know, I'm gonna be reserved to the range, because Boy isn't making any units that are weak to the range. He's making camel archers now. He might make a single camel archer, hoping or expecting horsemen. But I do think that Boy should commit to the camel archers. Camel archers are insane against melee infantry, all melee infantry. Yeah, look at Barry's. He just gets to the gold vein here in the south. Yeah, but Boy knows. But also this army isn't awful for Barry's, right? It's not the best, but it's not awful for Barry's. Looks like Boy's making a single camel archer. No, he's doubling down. I like that. Doubling down on the camel archers. I really want to see how they perform. They've been getting some very slight buffs as of recently, and they are good against melee infantry. If archers ever come into play, or Yumi Shigaru, then they are going to be very good against the camel archers, but they need numbers. And numbers is what Barry's doesn't quite have yet. Oh, this Yumi Ashigaru might be in a bad position. Oh, and Barry's needs to retreat. There's a lot of cavalry in the camel archer here as well. The units stop short of their target here. Oh, it's not good enough. The Yumi Ashigaru are not in a good position, but Boy isn't microing the camel archer. Camel archers might be the most important unit here for Boy, because he can just keep fleeing. And if he keeps fleeing and attacking, then yeah, Barry's not gonna stand much of a chance here, even with samurai. Oh, that's a good hit, and this camel archer survives on 7 HP. Yeah, it doesn't survive anymore. Ooh, Boy can't really afford to lose these. Yeah, good ball. But Boy's army has been reduced to almost nothing. That was not a great fight. So I don't know. I think if Boy wants to be really good with his resources, like he could go with camel archers and spears. Even though spears are awful in this composition, but they could be tanky and cheap enough that they can allow the camel archers to do their thing. But horsemen, I think, are not going to be the play. They're not good against Onibigesha. They are good against Yuma Ashigaru, that's true, but they might not get to them in time to do anything. Getting ranged armor against the Yuma Ashigaru is so powerful. They only have 4 ranged attack. Oh, and the horsemen are far away! Barry's gonna take the opportunity, he's got so much army here. Boy is really gonna have to rely on the quality of his army rather than the quantity. Ooh, and Boy... does Boy see this? Boy does see that, and it's reacting accordingly. This army from Boy does beat the army from Barry's. And good job here by the camel archers of just killing units before they even attack. Because then you have the second wave coming over the side. Yeah, I don't think Boy will have enough food to keep this up. Yeah, there's a little wolf. Alright, some of the army's coming back. This army was just sacrificed to the gods. Barry's still ahead. That's insane. Just goes to show how cheap the army is. Okay, so we're going horsemen camel archers. I don't hate horsemen camel archers, but it is very expensive, very taxing on food. Boy gathering a little bit of gold as well. And that, of course, is very significant. Very significant for Boy here. He wants to keep adding on those upgrades. Especially now, I think melee armor would be of the essence. Yeah, and as long as the camel archers targets the right units here, they should be good. They need to escape. They get stuck by the stone. Oh, but Boy losing his horsemen to spearmen. Yeah, the camel archers are just... they're not fast enough at taking down the army. This should be hit-and-run tactics using the camel archers and not going for full-on head-on battles where infantry and where Barry's infantry is going to be very good at. Yeah, now almost all of the camels are done and Boy taps out. Yeah, Boy has no army and his army is very expensive, so see you all in game 3. Wow, that was very fast. I wasn't expecting Boy to tap out there. How are you doing, Canny? How's it going? Real viewers, you don't even have fake viewers. What are you talking about? It's always just me. Let's ban that bot as well. Welcome everybody to game number 3. We've gotten the dark green, one of the new colors. Playing as a Sengoku Daimyo. It's Berries. Playing on the other side here of Highwood. In the pink it is Boy, playing as Bruce. You're on game number 3 of this best of 3 series, the last map of the series. Whoever takes this one takes the series home. I got a little nice trivia about this matchup that these two civs probably never met. They probably never met. We have a theory here of a game that took creative liberty creating the civs. Yeah, in this little scenario here. Right? So the Matsuri should produce yatai anytime now. There he is, capturing wood here. Boy should know that, so early on in Feudal Age, Boy will want to make knights to target said yatai. Ooh, and Boy winning the sheep war as well. Boy Scout over here, only has 2 of them. He probably got the ones around his base. Where's Berries? Yeah, Berries didn't. Ooh, Berries only with 2 sheep. If Boy gets the sheep around Berry's base, Berry's gonna be in a tough spot. He's gonna run out of food very early. But you seen Goku, right? If he can get tempo going and his yatai stay alive, then he should be good. Alright, the yatai's around the boar. Oh, this is such a good location. Well, it's a good location if he doesn't get made, right? Let's see if he gets spotted. Oh, he gets spotted! Oh no, Boy probably doesn't notice. And he doesn't see it on the map as well. Oh, he doesn't see the boar on the map, so Barings might have gotten away with murder here. Oh, Boy not going in the back of the base, so he's gifting 2, 3, 4 sheep over to Berries that he thinks Berries has got. This might tip him off. Oh, it did tip him off. Oh, it's gonna be so bad for Berries. Okay, the yatai gonna make its way to the deer. That's pretty good. Ooh, Boy going around the base and he's gonna take all of the sheep. Wow, this looks like he's cheating. Just going around the base, but it looks like he's cheating. He's taking the pattern deer so well. Wow, this is a pretty cool hunting cabin. Not the best we've ever seen. This hunting cabin is also pretty nice. The hunting cabin is very interesting. Getting as many trees as it can without being too far away from the deer. Wow, and it's 20 to 10. This is just almost ignorant. This yatai taking this path, it's gonna come to this boar, isn't it? And right next to the workers. Okay, we're getting a golden gate. Yeah, the Kremlin is pretty good. Especially if you really need a defended resource. I wouldn't have been surprised to have seen the Kremlin go up right by the deer. But yeah, the Golden Gate is a very good landmark, obviously, and it's the safe choice, and the choice that ultimately allows a lot of build orders to be the way that they are. And we're getting a Ryokan here for Berries. The Ryokan, very good. Yeah, in the front of the base will make the healing a little bit better, a little bit more streamlined. Wow, and Barry's really gonna come here. I really want to see if Boy sees the yatai, because I think he's gonna spot it. Oh, the stealth forest is protecting the yatai, and the yatai staying on the stealth forest as well. Yeah, with Boy being on wood over here, I estimate that he's gonna get a very early stable. And you have to against Sengoku. You really need to contest the yatai. They produce so much food. Okay, so the yatai coming back home. Wow, we can see the rate at which they produce. That's so cool. Yeah, it's very scouts. So yeah, Boy collecting a lot of wood here. 11 villagers on wood. I'm starting to expect scouts here. Berries without the Zajip being finished so late as well. It's he's already has so many resources. Might be trying to go fast castle. A big mistake. Yeah, unloading the deer too, which is always I don't know how players feel about this. I'm okay with the elements of skill like this. Ooh, already on the goal with the scout. Yeah, we're getting the tower first. Ooh, boy looks like he's going fast castle. Might be going fast castle into horse archers, by the way. Yeah, and Barry's of course going fast castle into the stables. Okay, Barry's attacking the hunting cabin. I guess it's annoying, but it's also a bit of a waste of your scout's time. Yeah, Barry's not even making any units. This is clearly a way for him to gain the immediate tempo heading into the next stage. Very slow start. Very slow start here to the game. We're gonna see the scouts fight each other. Can't believe the Siatai is staying here the whole game, and it's bringing in 50 food over. What? Oh, there's a sheep nearby. No way, not all of the sheep have been taken yet. Okay, looks like all of that deer got taken already. Where's boy going? Yeah, hunting cabin here in the corner in between all of this wood. So nice. And we're getting a Takeda clan estate and also a sake brewery. Yeah, so both players going fast castle. Probably as fast as they could have. While also doing their little plays there. Oh my god, those are some amazing hunting cabins. Yeah, double stable right now. I was surprised actually that boy's going knights when he knows that Paris is also going fast castle. Yeah, we're gonna get a very fast daimyo. The daimyo is kind of like a mounted samurai in its stats, but the main purpose, is gonna be to lead and strengthen the army. Oh, this is gonna get found! Yeah, I don't really like boy not contesting the Yatai throughout this game. Yeah, so immediately getting the upgrade and getting some knights out. Doubling down, tripling down on knights here. As berries, I suspect the berries might be a little bit more sensible in his approach. Yeah, we're immediately sending them over to this side. It's gonna be a Buddhist temple. Yeah, we have Castle Age Knights here for boys, so no disadvantage on that one. Already one worker killed here on the High Trade House. Yeah, the Daimyo doesn't even lose the deflective armor, and he's just gonna be denying this tier. Which, yeah, they are pretty good, but the boy should be able to bounce back. That's a knight. Gonna dive the town center. One knight only with the mounted samurai on the chase. Not really that good. Wow, and look at that, Barry's scout almost dead. The sheep are still here, by the way. Yeah, the scout is just near death. Alright, we have two knights, gonna fight the daimyo. The daimyo is just gonna try to get kills on the villagers. Yeah, good job by boy here, trying to hold on to his villagers. Wow, and he's just adding these hunting cabins everywhere. They're of course passive wood, so of course you want it. Yeah, adding a wooden fortress as well. Might even start picking up the wood later. Who knows, but yeah, as of right now, that's a 10 sheep advantage. Because he still has so much sheep underneath his town center. Barry's, to his credit, is gonna start taking out the food from the map. So Takeda is stable, so it's gonna be just cavalry versus cavalry. Not entirely sure what to make of it. Yeah, and Barry's not really getting what he needs. He got the one villager kill, not that important. Yeah, but boy managing to deflect all of this damage. And for Barry's here, he really needs to heal the injured mounted samurai. You can't heal them with the monks, right? Oh, it heals nearby units when attacking. Alright. Alright, lots of mounted samurai fighting here. Very even game in terms of military counts. Slightly higher count of knights for boy. The daimyo I'm counting as a bit of a knight here. But boy spreading these out. Very nice little fashion here. So yeah, sending the wounded units over to the ryokan. That is very nice, of course. You want to have these healed. Yeah, as soon as the units get back together. Yeah, boy with an advantage. Boy with an advantage. Ooh, I think boy wins the fight here. Not sure why Barry's is committing to this. He needs to flee under the town center. Okay, a single knight has died. Ooh, a few knights have died. Barry's turning the tides here just with the deflective armor alone, it seems. But these are out of combat. Yeah, healing out of combat. Now a good one for boy, but Barry's, look at the destroyed value. Barry's so high here. Ooh, got them actually into the town center. That I don't know about that, but yeah, the rest of the play has been quite good. We're getting this the slow heal out of combat. Barry's, yeah, he can start raiding and just leave the wounded guys at home. Riz boy, if he wants to heal, needs to. Oh my! Look at these walls. This is some trauma walls right there. Yeah, looks like boy's gonna triple down. He's quadrupling down on the knights. Looking at the macro here, boy could use with some horse archers. And the more horse archers you have, the better eventually, because they can attack from range, of course. And range units just have so much more efficient fights when they have a very high count. The units from Barry's here very well healed. He's leaving a few back home. Let me see the relics count. So it's only one for Barry's. 1+1. If Barry's just charges the wood line and dips, you can get a couple of kills. But I think he's gonna charge the knights. Yeah, and boy wisely pulls back, but he's leaving his villagers. Yeah, almost in a precarious position, but we leave, and not only does Barry's live to fight another day, though damage has been exchanged, and he forced some action from his opponents. Oh, he's rallying the guy, he's rallying the monk over the relic. I think he wants to capture the sacred site. Very good option. The sacred site is a very good gold source. Better than the relic, by the way. We did the math the other day. Yeah, but we are getting the relics as well, so getting all of the passive gold sources. And Barry's with the extra villager provided by the kill in a very good spot. Oh boy, he needs to take this massive gold vein. Oh, he's leaning too heavily into the gold production. I'm not quite sure. And look at the monk healing the units as it fights. That could provide the edge Barry's needs. Together with the daimyo, there's almost no knights out on the field here. Wow, and boy really down and out. Wow, and right on the reinforcements as well. Eventually the reinforcements will chew through this, but don't forget that there's also reinforcements for Barry's. Yeah, Barry's stuck to destroying the production. Barry's could actually come here and take out the boar. And it's just... I'm not entirely sure Barris is aware of it, because it would be quite a blow. Yeah, but look at the insane army difference. And now, yeah, Barry's just gonna collect all of the sacred sites. Should be collecting all of the relics too. This one might be in a weird position for him to spot. Yeah, not looking good for Boy. Boy needs a bit of a miracle over here. But still, there's no transition into Horse Archers. That's what surprises me, because Horse Archers, I don't think win him the game. They give him a chance. Like, these Mounted Samurai have 5 armor. They still take like 6 damage a shot. From a Horse Archer, from Ruse. If you start getting enough Horse Archers, you can kill a few of these Mounted Samurai before each fight. And you can actually start getting some momentum and at least forcing Barry's into some units he doesn't want to. This way, like, Barry just does what he's been doing. And he's gonna be fine. Yeah, I think Barry is now doubles down on attacking the villagers. Army moving out of position, I think is gonna try to take the Yatai down. This is so late. This is so late. Yeah, and the villagers are getting dived onto. Yeah, the army of Barry's can actually just stop micro and... Oh, so many workers are gonna get killed. We're down to 11 worker kills from 1. Oh, Barry's trying to leave? Alright, so that's a tiny win for Boy in that little part of that engagement. Ooh. But still so good for Barry's. And Barry's gonna have reinforcements right where they matter the most. Some units hidden here in the darkness. Alright, so that's 20 knights against, I think... Would be an even fight. I think Barry's wins. I think Barry's wins the fight, loses to the reinforcements. So he definitely doesn't want to do that. Wants to maintain his advantage, but he's gonna raid. He's gonna raid with the army that's already there, and he's gonna massacre the Boer villagers. That's 21 total villagers killed. Takes a charge for his troubles and dips. But he's attacking the villagers in the base with the reinforcements. Yeah, Boy just needs a miracle at this point. And he realizes it too and taps out, and that's the series. Barry takes this one 2-1. Oh, what a good series, guys. What a good series. Yeah, Boy's Fortitude was in. I didn't comment on the blacksmith upgrades, but they were very weird. Yeah, you're right. So we have Sam versus Lewis, and we have nightmeh versus mikadoman. Let's go for nightmeh versus mikadoman. Series right here. Give everybody is wrong. Score is now correct. And we have here in the dark green playing as the Knights Templar. It is nightmeh. I usually like his Knights Templar strategies. I don't think we've seen a win yet for his Knights Templar. On the other hand, we have mikadoman playing as the Eubids. The Eubids didn't get much of a rework, but we are seeing players starting to branch out more. Where before it was very much always fast castle military wing, right? Military wing into either logistics or just advancement. There's military wing, culture wing usually. Now players are like doing a lot of different strategies, and that's keeping the Ayubids very fresh. So let's keep tabs on what both players do here. We're getting a Dark Age barracks for nightmeh. Absolutely insane as a Knights Templar. I really don't know what he hopes to accomplish. I really don't. Let's see. Let's also keep tabs on the sheep here. mikadoman leaning by 1. So if you look into the options, yeah, military wing reinforcement. I see players now going into Castle Age with reinforcement and into Feudal Age with logistics. Players also go with advisors into Feudal Age. We've seen MSN do that. Just last month, that was a trip of a game. They're getting the Dark Age Spearman going into the gold, but I think mikadoman spotted it. This goes against the fast castle and kind of goes against any play that requires gold, but it's very easily dispelled with like an oh, it's gonna be Tower Rush nightmeh. All right, I see what nightmeh is cooking, but we're gonna get reinforcements. So we're gonna get the free Desert Raider, and with perfect micro. This should be pretty good. Oh my, this tower, with arrow slits, it is going to be right on point. Oh, the tower is just a single spearman defending it. Okay, I think, yeah, nightmeh doesn't quite save all of the wood. That's unfortunate. That's a lot of idle time on the villagers. Not enough idle time that I think it was really worth it. Oh, mikadoman doing the tower again. Does mikadoman see it? Oh yeah, mikadoman does see it indeed. Oh, the villagers stop. mikadoman, nightmeh, I think he can just keep doing this. He's gonna keep on doing this. The towers are further and further away, and mikadoman can see this. But if the tower is enough along and getting created, you just let it create and you garrison the spear eventually. Just the one spear. Usually people make at least 2 spearmen who have some fighting force against the villagers, but I guess the point of nightmeh here really was just that, to force out the idle time. mikadoman very shortly should be in a position to put down his own defensive tower. And with the... Oh, this queues the Desert Raider. I forgot about that. It's 15 seconds until the Desert Raider is out, because the Desert Raider being out immediately, if you guys remember. Just so powerful. Alright, the tower goes up. There goes the fast castle for mikadoman. As he comes to this gold here out in the back, that's what he's gonna do. No, he's gonna go to the tower. The pathing of the villagers tricked me. Yeah, it looks like mikadoman is gonna be forced to fight. We are gonna see a Knights Hospitaller age up. Means that we're gonna see the Knights Hospitaller here in the barracks as well. So very interestingly, this matchup kinda didn't happen in history, but it also kinda did. So the Knights Templar, I think, would have been involved in the First Crusade. Who knows when the order was created, right? So in the Ayyubids were pretty much Saladin's country, and Saladin was the great fighter of the Crusades on the Muslim side, whereas like Richard the Lionheart would have been the great fighter on the Crusader side. But Saladin shows up and he takes the Holy Land back from the Christians after about 60 years of Christian rule. With the Knights Templar and all of these nations that the game threw in here, providing a ton of support for that. Alright, we're seeing mikadoman. If he's fast, oh, he was fast, that's great. Yeah, deals a little bit of damage and just leaves the premises. Wow, forced into making units because nightmeh was that annoying with his tower. mikadoman not quite as good as he needed, but we have archers from nightmeh. There's the range. Yeah, so there's the range going 1-1-1. Yeah, 1-1-1 against pure Desert Raiders are very interesting because they're a very versatile unit, but they're also a very weak unit. They're weak to everything. They're light to their range and their melee, and their camels as well, so they count as cavalry. Yeah, but their versatility is also a bit of a strength. Yeah, they can do this kind of kiting. I think mikadoman is attack moving. He could actually just do stop micro. Yeah, nightmeh is trying to escape, but these spears are getting kind of lost. Yeah, ultimately, I don't think the tower achieved as much as nightmeh really wanted to. Oh, where are these archers going? Oh, they're gonna protect the deer. Yeah, this is being a game about positioning more than anything. I don't know. Nightmeh in a good position. I'd say he's yeah, he lost a villager. That sucks, but using archers to kill the deer. Come on, bro. Yeah, I think players are doing that more and more now, just to prevent the deer from being unlured. This area is insane. The 5 deer on the board. That's a horseman, but he's got the camel and ease. I think reduces the 7. Yeah. 7 attack is just so bad. That's almost spearman level attacks. Yeah, mikadoman doubling down on all of this. I don't know about him doubling down. He wants to go for game, which I think is a big mistake. I think it's a big mistake for mikadoman. He should legitimately just age up and try to hit with some camel lancers. Yeah, because mikadoman has got the unit advantage, and the archers in particular, they are a big pain for Desert Raiders to deal with. Desert Raiders are weak to archers almost as much as they are weak to spearmen. Oh, except archers attack from range. Okay, this ram here is just tanking damage. Alright, finally I think nightmeh realizes the error in his ways and attacks other villagers instead. Ooh, the scout here is gonna die, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Got to hold position too. Economy wing industry. So grants wood and stone. Whoa, why are you building a ram at home? Rams are so slow. Whoa, and mikadoman has no army right now. What a big misplay. But he does have a lot of military buildings. I think this is a transition into Gulam, which I don't think nightmeh can deal with now. Wow, and the sheep getting killed too. So I want to see Sultan's Mamluks. I want to see infantry support as well. Eventually... Oh, okay, the ram is to take up the tower, because... Yeah, this gold vein is still half, but... As the economy increases, it goes down exponentially faster. I don't think nightmeh understands how well positioned he is. He is activating pilgrims. That's great. To the center of the base. Why not to this one here in the back? Oh, going for the raid! Yeah, finally nightmeh using his advantage here. And the Desert Raiders doing a good job defending. The free Desert Raiders, by the way. Yeah, nightmeh is gonna go back in, right? I really wonder if this is gonna be Gulam. If this is gonna be Gulam, I'm gonna be very impressed with mikadoman. Because there's nothing here that plays well into Gulam. If he gets like 10 Gulam, this should be game. Oh my, but nightmeh realizes the position he's in is going to force a lot of idle time, but mikadoman can produce loads of Gulam. Ram's still alive as well. Don't know how. Yeah, Camelites or Gulam. Oh my, he wanted to go into a second TC, trying to use the resources he gained from aging up. But if you're nightmeh, you don't want to throw away your entire army. Ooh, but if the spears go down this quickly, then that's exactly what will happen. Nightmeh with only 2 archers here. And the Gulam will force this away. 7 worker kills for nightmeh. Yeah, equal worker counts. But don't forget that the agent takes a lot of time to do. It's like 2 workers worth. And you also have the upgrades for the pilgrims, which also take a lot of time. Mikadoman here with the market, selling the wood, I guess. Kinda have to. But now the army can just go and wow, there's nothing here. The Anzuan Empire should go and see for the fortresses. I think it's the range units to get Genoese crossbowmen, or that would be Genoa, right? Oh my, mikadoman just relocating, that's crazy. Were there berries here? There might have been a boar. No boar, but... Yeah, I'm pretty sure there were deer over there. Yeah, now mikadoman can actually dive. He's got the second armor upgrade, the second ranged armor. He can dive the town center. So the game flipped just because of the units that came out. Yeah, now we're gonna see crossbows. Yeah, and we have as well... Oh, heavy spearmen. Heavy spearmen are probably the best unit in the game right now. You need such a specialized unit setup to take them out. It's gonna be quite hard to deal with. But the mikadoman smell the blood in the water. I don't think nightmeh has the time or the economy to come back into the game, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, and we have a second town center as well, right by this stone. Yeah, mikadoman really using that Yeah, use the market to buy the stone instead of selling the wood. Well, the ram doesn't go down, and this ram is gonna tear down through the buildings quite quickly. Like, nightmeh doesn't have the units yet he needs to fight. If he had some heavy spearmen, I guess he could have. Where's... Oh, nightmeh is on the boar. On the deer by the boar. But like, nightmeh doesn't have a lot of economy now. His economy is very idle. Idling his town center as well. Ooh, this ram does go down to the villagers. Not looking good for nightmeh after such a promising little start. Yeah, finally sending the pilgrims down. Don't know why players don't do fortresses in Feudal Age anymore. In 1v1 games, would have kept them in the game here. Having a fortress either at home or in the food. But instead, nightmeh is in this hopeless situation where he can't even get the army out. Oh my, these wood villagers out here getting caught. Mikadoman hasn't killed that many workers, but he's on 2 town centers. And the age up from Knights Templar takes time to create, and also the pilgrim stack. Yeah, I said it hadn't been too many villagers killed. Yeah, we're at 12 now, and it's gonna be a slaughter. Okay, these villagers actually managed to escape. Yeah, look at the destroyed value. Double destroyed value for mikadoman. Yeah, and nightmeh taps out. He realizes the unwinnable situation he was in. So let's go over to game 2. Alright, I'm gonna take a little break. Just gonna take a pee break, and then I'll be right back. get this series underway. Welcome everybody to game number 2. We have Nightmare playing as the Abbasid Dynasty. This is land mega random. Yeah, you have the weird glyphs here with the deer, and like, what is this sequence of interest points? But let's introduce our second player here, our winner in the last match. It is mikadoman as a French. And we have a very interesting map here. Awful walls, by the way. This wall might be the only good wall. I guess this one is okay too, but this is very deceptive. I think that's open. So if you make the one tile wall over here, you might be screwed. On the other hand, this is so open to attack. Going on the other side on nightmeh, if... Like, this is a great wall if mikadoman spawned over here. Right, this would be a great wall. But he doesn't. I love the deer here on the hills, as we all know. Look at this relic, looks like it's on a shrine or something, right? On this little hill over here. Third relic positioned in this area. There's also this relic over here. Only 4 relics, because the points of interest generate relics. Strategy-wise, I think it's very straightforward. mikadoman is going to dictate the tempo of the game. And all Abbasid is going to try to do is hopefully hold on. And not lose too much until he can muster up a force powerful enough to drive mikadoman away. And at that point, with enough spearmen, mikadoman should be in no man's land. But it's not like mikadoman needs to kill your opponent early. You can just be like dealing a little bit of damage or keep him contained. You're gonna see the School of Cavalry and the Military Wing opener from nightmeh. Oh, Military Wing being very aggressive. I hope he changes the rally point. It'll not be right under the town center, but the gold is in the back of the base, but it's very exposed. But there's also this wall here that's not too difficult to make. Actually, could use the stone as a wall. I wouldn't hate on the stone being used as a wall. I usually hate on resources being used as a wall, but French doesn't want to take stone too early. Unless he's going second TC, and if he's going second TC, he's already on stone, so I guess this is just Knight's play. Still hasn't... If the infantry lands here, I'm going to be so upset. Yeah, looking at the rest of the build here, no indication that this is a second DC. nightmeh might actually try to fight on feudal. Which, against someone as aggressive as a French player on the other side, might be the way to go. You might not want to try to greed out too much. Even though that's always... it's always what players try to do. They try to be as greedy as they can, right? It just... Sometimes your opponent is that aggressive, and remember the strategy triangle. Rush beats boom, boom beats turtle, turtle beats rush. It's not quite as universal in a game like this, where there's a lot of this asymmetric balance, but it's a good reminder that if one player booms, the other one rushes, then it's the likelihood of the rushing player winning is quite high. Yeah, mikadoman going on deer only with 4 workers. You could legitimately go with 8. Yeah, the workers now going on the side. They're gonna target the gold first. I fully expected mikadoman to already have the tower up by this point. But I'm guessing he's prioritizing specialized pick and getting the knight out. The knight will avoid the army, which is great for mikadoman. The knight is no match for this army right now. Yeah, mikadoman doubling down on the spears. Yeah, I guess he has to. At least forces mikadoman to go into spearmen. Go into archers of his own. Actually, mikadoman could go into spearmen. And if the spearmen tank the spearmen of mikadoman, if mikadoman spear tank nightmeh spears, then the knights could actually deal a lot of damage. Okay, so mikadoman out of gold. He has 180, able to make 1 knight. Wow, taking the gold here in the middle of the map, I really hate this. I really hate this. He doesn't really have map control. And this was not... Well, for mikadoman, I guess it was a good fight because he won, but... Oh, is he gonna kill that villager? Oh, he kills the villager. That's ridiculous. Does he lose the knight? If he loses the knight, it's not worth it and he loses the knight. And again, knight on spear, but there are 2 spears here. You need 3 spearmen, I think, to do this. Ooh, and forcing now the knight inside of the range of the town center. Yeah, I think nightmeh has done the defending here. This is... nightmeh doesn't know about this, so... mikadoman got away with this play, and he got away with this play as well. Ooh, only one spear, and they're both spears are extremely low. One of them on 1 HP. Yeah, 2 HP. I'm sorry. This one is at 1. Wow, nightmeh fumbling the other game a little bit. Nightmeh kind of getting away with some greed, with some plays here. But still, yeah, now we have the tower going. The tower right by the gold, so that the garrison is very easy. mikadoman, with a very low knight count, is not preserving the knights at all, so that might actually be a bit of a weakness. The knight that died here was so important. Yeah, the scout fighting the knight, yeah, not good at all. mikadoman gonna try to convert this merchant point over here. Merchant points, of course, just free resources. So, on one hand, good job of mikadoman to really kill the army. But nightmeh is going into spear horseman, which is a very powerful army composition. And they can very easily cook you if you're not prepared. Ooh, that knight could go down. It doesn't go down, but there's one in the middle of the map that does. And again, mikadoman just... he's not preserving the knight count. He's trying to be... It's not just that he's trying to be aggressive. You have to be aggressive with knights. He's sticking in these fights way too long. He's trying too hard to gain value, and the real value is forcing nightmeh to play the game. Forcing nightmeh to garrison villagers and to have pockets of units everywhere to defend. Yeah, finally we see the archery range from mikadoman. I hope for his own sake it's not too late. But it definitely could be. mikadoman, I think he's wanted to go into Castle Age, but he never really acquired the gold that he needed. The villager discrepancy here in the top, like you see, there's barely been an idle time difference between both players. It is because French produce villagers slightly faster. They produce them 20% faster, so instead of 20 seconds, it's 17 seconds. Ooh, I think nightmeh wants to go, but that's a mistake. Yeah, mikadoman just transitions over to the other side, and I don't think it's feasible for nightmeh to attack the other side of the base and hope to keep his army alive. This is a very retreatable position into an area where knights can't really be very mobile and be very tactical. But this side here, like, he's stuck with these walls. He can't retreat too well. Okay, we're starting to see some archers. We're seeing a lot of military buildings getting placed down by mikadoman, as well as by nightmeh. Oh my, nightmeh being a little aggressive as well, trying to take the map. I think because of the ever looming threat of a push with rams that nightmeh has, mikadoman feels like he's forced to stay home. Especially since he doesn't really have much of an army. Imagine if he had the 4 knights that he gave away, if they were alive on low health and healing. They are healing because of shivering. Ooh, and the gold gets spotted. Ooh, that's one of those villagers got killed. Yeah, and this is just not good enough for mikadoman, and he's trying to intercept the army going forward, and he does. And that's gonna buy him enough time to kill all of the villagers before the knights show up, and for the knights it's a losing army. So as long as the archers don't go to where the army is, this is a win for nightmeh, even though he's gonna lose a lot of reinforcements. Yeah, now he also has phalanx too, which means that, like, look at the range. These spearmen can attack from the back row, which is so powerful. I think it's powerful enough to where it's kind of underrated. Ooh, alright, mikadoman could have turned around and killed off all of the horsemen. He doesn't. These horsemen aren't gonna heal though, they're gonna be... Like, they're gonna be numbers, they're gonna tank a shot each, which could make a big difference, but they're not gonna be extremely important. Yeah, mikadoman floating a little bit of wood. I don't know how I feel about that, but everything else, both players playing this one pretty good after mikadoman made the initial blunder of giving up those knights. Right now he pulled back when he needed to. Even though he lost a couple of knights, the loss wasn't too bad. He did lose 6 villagers. So yeah, and that prompts this reaction from nightmeh. I don't think it's too early. I don't think it's going to succeed in defeating mikadoman, but it is going to force a fight, and that's exactly what nightmeh wants. He wants to deal a lot of damage, keep mikadoman from gathering an army. As we know, a ranged army is very powerful. Like, the more units you have, the more powerful it is. Whereas a melee army wants to fight on low count of units. And cavalry especially, if they could always fight one-on-one, they'd be great, right? 3 rams is usually the sweet spot, but nightmeh might actually move in right now. Where are the rest of the spears? Are they home? Like, he has so many spears defending the food. mikadoman isn't attacking. Mikadoman, though, went second town center. That's why is even despite all of this. But being even is French. Really not as good as it seems. Oh my, there's villagers that got caught. Even if, like, mikadoman needs a decisive win here, I'm not sure he's gonna get it. Yeah, wisely, nightmeh pulls back and he's gonna try to fight. Loads of overkill on these spears, but the sooner the spears die, the better. But the knights are fighting the rams. I guess they had to. Not really taking down the horsemen, so the horsemen take down a lot of archers. Oh, and here come the reinforcements. A lot of units are moving forward. The armies are almost equalized. Ooh, not really great value for nightmeh here. Yeah, but you got a lot of trash units killed. Wow, and mikadoman doesn't really have any food, and mikadoman is behind on workers. Oh, and there are spearmen and horsemen. He's taking out the tower first. But nightmeh could go, but there are so many spearmen out there. I don't think he kills them in time. But this is the time. This is the time for nightmares. Repairing the mange? With so many workers, this is insanity. Wow, but he's gonna lose the deer villagers, and I don't think he has enough food to keep up. Mikadoman needs to get on the sport ASAP. And he needs to take the deer here ASAP as well. But I don't think he'll be able to. He doesn't quite have enough sheep. This attack could actually be what decides the game if mikadoman has enough micro. Oh, and he does! But the spearman, horseman push might start killing a few of these archers off. If the spears target the knights, then it's okay. But yeah, not really what nightmeh wanted. And nightmeh is aging up! Nightmeh aging up with a culture ring! Aging up at the worst possible time. He needs units! You need units, dude! Floating a little bit of wood too, but luckily nightmeh could do a decent farm transition. He could also start gathering stone and make a delayed second down center. Even though I think that would probably eventually get him killed. Because I don't think he dies from this push. I think he's got enough spears. He's making enough spears where this should be fine. This here is not fine though, these berries with the spears defending. Yeah, mikadoman, he needs to take this boar ASAP. He really needs the food. In order to keep up production, he's starting to fall back in army again. They're floating all of that gold, not even taking it right now. I mean, he's getting a ton of vital time on his town centers, which really defeats the purpose of making them. He's getting a decent raid, only killed 3 villagers in this raid. That's a lot of villagers he still has to kill to keep up. All the while, nightmeh is going to try to take this deer if the villagers aren't caught making their way there. I think he gets it uncontested. Oh, there's also this little cheeky wall that he had to make. That's a pretty good wall. Actually, I think the knights are trapped. The knights are trapped. It's not going to be a good fight. Don't go down this hole. Oh, he didn't go down the hole. Okay, 1 knight dies. I think that's it. Oh, if nightmeh had made the wall here, I would have cried. But yeah, right now, nightmeh killed the horseman. Very good. And now I think he can leave. Oh, please, please, quick wall. Oh, that's a quick wall, but the workers are gonna die. Or at least 1 worker is gonna die. Alright, we're gonna see archers taking this fight. mikadoman took the time to research siege engineering. There's a lot of gulam over here. These gulam are gonna be a problem. mikadoman is on the board as he should be. But a little bit too late. He really needed that food, like, yesterday. Like, and these knights are not accomplishing much other than getting chased by a few spearmen. But the gulam are gonna come here. They should see the boar getting taken. Wow, knights on the goal. That's 2 more workers killed. Not gonna be enough, but mikadoman knows about this. This is 27 workers. They're moving in closer to make this wall. Okay, manages to escape. Yeah, don't attack the veteran spearmen. That's not gonna be a good idea. Oh, mikadoman not even taking gold. Where is he gonna take any gold? Is he just not gonna take any gold? mikadoman really needs it right now. Oh, we got Golden Age Tier 3 deactivated. I guess a house or something got destroyed. And still, mikadoman is still leading in the army count territory, but a lot of those are archers, and the more gulam get made, the worse the archers become. The archers are pretty good against camels. Arguably, yeah, you would want equal attack archers, so in this case would be Castle Age archers against Castle Age camels. But yeah, nightmeh using the camel here really well to nerf this knight. Knights with 16 attack, that's just out of this world, insane. These Gulam are taking 1 damage per arrow from the archers. Big fight here in the center. Gulam just don't take damage from these archers, it's mad. Yeah, Nightmare's still a little bit open. He's gonna use the stone as a resource, and that little bit is open right there. No, the workers are not trapped. No, there is a gate. A couple of them might die, but that's a sacrifice Nightmare is willing to make. And Nightmare needs a good push into an area where there are villagers. Like, these moves is killing some workers, but it's not going to be enough. A bit of a guild hall going up. Yeah, now right now you see it's almost 1300 fruit per minute. That's more like it for mikadoman. And getting the guild hall, usually I'd be a fan of setting it to either stone or gold. Because those are usually resources that people struggle with. I'd set it to food this game. He's going to need the food once everything starts running out. So just redeem it when you need it, and I mean, that's fine. This fight here, why is mikadoman taking the fight here? Why didn't he leave with the knights and just leave it be? That's like, there are units here at home, and like mikadoman is bleeding workers right now. Even though I've said before, and I'll say it again, Nightmare needs to push the areas where. Like, mikadoman shouldn't be gathering this. Or the boar right now. Not when you have Gulam diving a town center. But alas, that's what we have. Yeah, getting a mosque to get the relics, that much I love. Yeah, and finally mikadoman sees he won't achieve much by being trapped there. Yeah, look at the destroyed value. mikadoman with so much destroyed value, where in the game Nightmare has been dominating. Oh, that Golem is surviving with 1 HP. That's insane. Okay, getting crossbowman is... mikadoman is not even getting the veterancy upgrade for the archers. He just does not care. Just doesn't care, but he should be getting, though, the upgrade for the Arbaletrier. You can select a range here. It's Gambazins. Yeah, this upgrade is just so good, increasing their armor by +5. That means that they can tank Gulam and Spearmen very handily. Without any problem whatsoever. Looking here on the resources, this is gonna expire relatively soon, and finally Nightmare makes a big push into these resources so late into the game. mikadoman has no resources right now. Just stop. There you go. Yeah, workers on the board getting killed. The army is gonna have to make its way here. And yeah, it's cavalry against cavalry and infantry against only infantry. Like, so, the army from Nightmare is so well upgraded. Nightmare can, I think, take the fight. As long as it doesn't push too hard. These are still Feudal Age archers. Oh, trying to take the relics. Very nice here. Already 1 relic for Nightmare. Oh, is mikadoman going to be able to pluck this game back? Like, he needs gold right now. I think he's going to try to retake this position. mikadoman could take this, and I don't think... Like, the longer the game goes, the better mikadoman is going to be, just on the virtue of having crossbowmen out on the field. Oh, we're getting camel rider shields, indicating to me that Nightmare should want to go camels. And camels actually go pretty well against the knights. they're pretty even against the Arbaletrier, and it's because Arbaletrier is just so much melee armor. But they don't deal much damage. To the camels. They don't deal any bonus damage. Right, you have a mangonel on the field. A single mangonel shouldn't do much. Yeah, using your cavalry to harass? Yeah. Seeing the other side of the coin there is mikadoman. Ooh, now he should leave, but he leaves at an awkward angle. The infantry is gonna intercept the units. I think they all die. Especially if they take the corners that slowly. Ooh, the archers are gonna take a big shot. And archers really are the unit that the mikadoman really wants to preserve here. Oh, what a dodge. What a dodge. I think this was... It's not enough for nightmeh. Nightmeh needs more mangonels. Nightmeh needs like 3, maybe even 4 mangonels. Is this another town center? mikadoman doesn't have food for so many town centers. He needs to spend this wood on town centers. The guild hall is set to food. That's exactly what he needs here. There's still 11 food on this board. Oh, it's like nightmeh to listen to me. Getting another mangonel down. And for mikadoman, he needs to outmaneuver nightmeh because the mangonels are going to tear down into the range. And as soon as the range dies, the camels and the spearmen can just... They have free reign over the knights. So the first few moments of the next battle are going to be very decisive. But 2 mangonels is still not enough. And okay, but nightmeh doesn't quite have enough wood, and he really needs 30 on food. Yeah, he already has his farm setup going. Getting a second TC as well. A little bit late into the game, but hey, mikadoman. Oh my god, what a beautiful mangonel shot! And there's 2 mangonels here. You can't have them on attack move. Oh, still a pretty good shot on the range. And as good as the range is, it's not going to be good, even in line formation. Against these mangonels. Oh no, nightmeh, don't leave the mangonels unattended. But attacking the second TC position is pretty good. Only 8 workers can station there. Oh, good job leaving some infantry behind. Oh, the charges get tanked by the Gulam. Oh, what a play by nightmeh though. Yeah, the range is dead, and look at the ratio of units. mikadoman just doesn't have any food. Getting the third TC, too much of a strain on the economy. Yeah, and that's it for the Knights. That's it for the game. I don't know how mikadoman can come back from this. He needed like 1500 foot per minute. That's gonna see you all in game number 3. What a series so far. Oh my, what a game and what a series. Let's get into game 3 here. Welcome to game 3 of this joust series. We have here in the green playing as the Malians. This is bright green. It's more like lime or something. It is nightmeh with the Malians. Don't forget, nightmeh cannot be Abbasid, and mikadoman cannot be Ayyubids. We have Zusi's legacy for him. Yeah, and very nice here. mikadoman ready with his mill set up here with the Imperial official, getting a village down. Yeah, everything's looking good. Nightmeh going for the pit mine after the first house. Usually players, yeah, we've seen players making the houses first and the mine second or like fourth. Fourth? No, it's like seventh after 6 houses, but Nightmeh going the other way. Yeah, making the 6 houses after the pit mine, actually making 1 house before the pit mine. Getting the trickle of gold early. Yeah, can't hate on this. On the other side for mikadoman, yeah, I think this is 7. Yeah, 7 on food with the Imperial official. Tax now, I think it's a percentage of the resources gathered. They've made a rework on the taxes. And they needed to. The taxes was just such a... Like, they were quite good early on, but later on in the game, it wasn't really worth it having the Imperial official collect taxes. They might as well be on the military buildings or the granaries. So I think it needed a bit of a rework. Let's take a look at the sheep count here. Both players will need some sheep to keep their games going. But I think sheep are definitely more important for mikadoman, who doesn't really have another food source they can easily tap into. Whereas Malians, as long as they got gold, they have everything. It's just, they really did a good job of making them gold starved. But they have a pretty good way of obtaining a ton of gold in the pit mines. Can we appreciate though the music? By the way, the Malians' music is just so good. Strategy-wise, in this matchup, Zushi's still a bit of a question mark for me. But for nightmeh, he needs sofas. He's gonna need sofas. He's gonna need maybe archers or javelin throwers, depending on exactly what if the Jugnus are gonna be a big factor or not. But sofas, definitely, and we're getting a Zheneng Tower, as everybody seems to be making. The Fast Castle, I think, would still be an okay strategy. In this matchup, maybe not. But for Zushi as a whole, could still be a good strategy. But aging up with the Zheneng Tower is actually pretty good. You get those 3 units going as soon as possible. For nightmeh, the strategy is much more streamlined. You do the build that everybody does with Malians, and then you try to fight it out in Feudal Age after your setup is complete. Or at least partially complete. Fast castling, I don't think is feasible, just because of the pressure that the mikadoman should impose on the game. But yeah, let's see how the players deal with situation here at hand. Looking into the taxes, this mill could have its taxes collected. Can they carry 80, or is the limit a little bit higher? Alright, mikadoman here with the Zheneng Tower, collecting wood, so he's gonna fight in Feudal Age. Getting a range. Is this in range of the Zheneng Tower? I am actually not entirely sure. I want to see what military building mikadoman, nightmeh drops first. Where did all that wood go? Oh, it went to this pit mine. Alright, so he's gonna throw down the pit mine first. Can't hate on it. There goes the blacksmith with a range. Javelin throwers could be pretty good here. If nightmeh can eventually get into Freeborn Warriors with the Feremba garrison, should be in a powerful position. But early on, this push is going to deal a lot of damage, especially with the blacksmith. I suspect the blacksmith is for a very fast steeled arrow upgrade, but eventually into siege engineering. And siege engineering, as we all know, Making those rams against Malians is just so powerful, tearing down those pit mines. Oh, is he really making the range units go into the town center? Oh, and this is outside of the range. Oh, might have messed up. Mikadoman might have messed that up. Alright, making the range now in range. Alright, I like this tower, even though it takes the space of a house. I like the tower anyway. Protects the pit mine and all those working in it. And there we go, it's making a bunch of cattle. Making a blacksmith as well, going for Sofa. Yeah, Sofa should be pretty good at taking out the Jugunu, even though we're getting Steeled Arrow already. The Steeled Arrow is such an important attack. The Jugunu attacks 3 times. So per volley, you're getting a +3 instead of only a +1. Might be the unit where blacksmith upgrades actually matter the most. As compared to like Order of the Dragon Knights, I think blacksmith upgrades can be quite underwhelming, and you might only need them very much later than you would otherwise. In this case, you want to get them as early as possible. Oh, I love these walls, as you guys know. Just walls to prevent units from easily getting into position and tapping units. Oh, but Jugunus can attack, and that's the first village of down. That's going to be the second village of down. There we go. Wow, and getting a ram, that was such a fast siege engineering. I think you got siege engineering first. Oh, getting the ram. Why is he getting the ram over here? Because there's a tower over here. Ooh. Yeah, nightmeh, I think he didn't mess up, but he kind of did. This stone outpost could be 1 tile away. Alright, there's Sofa over here, but Sofa without ranged upgrade, yeah, they die very fast. Yeah, and the more they attack the scout, the worse it is, and these Sofa are quite expensive. I don't think this is a good play from nightmeh. Before ranged armor is in, ranged armor was such an important attack. Yeah, the Sofa just can't handle. They take 3 damage a shot from 3 shots. That's 9 damage per full volley. So destroyed value is insane. Alright, this ram could start tearing down the wall. The Sofa again, man. No ranged armor is getting it now. It's definitely very late. Oh, getting the wall here on the south side. Walls don't matter anymore. Not when the ram is in play. Ooh, and tearing down the stable. Yeah, nightmeh doesn't quite have the economy to produce from 2 stables. Not yet. He's gonna have to pull back the ram. Oh my, so many arrows flying. And still no ranged upgrade just yet. It's still gonna take 20 seconds. Yeah, just let the stable go down. You have to let the stable go down. And you can't fight for the stable. Oh, but mikadoman going all in here. This is more than just trying to deal damage to go into the next stage. This really is an all in, and it seems to be working. The choice here for nightmeh didn't quite work out. Oh, but getting the reinforcements, forcing mikadoman to abandon that advantageous position, but mikadoman also going with spears. So, yeah, ooh, another stable. Nightmeh should be transitioning into javelin throwers, or archers. Javelin throwers spend the gold and be easier on wood, which is really going to be the resource you're not going to have. Oh, using villagers to kill rams! It's going to be a slaughter. Okay, it's not really a slaughter. Not yet. Yeah, the third ram should really cement this position here. mikadoman even going on deer. The guy's a bad lad. Good catch though by nightmeh. Is should definitely start pulling the game back. Oh, and mikadoman does not notice loses 4 villagers. And all of a sudden, at least on the villager kill count, the game is very even. These Sofa now do have ranged armor, and just yeah, they still take a lot of damage, but it's a third of the damage. They take a third of the damage less. It's still the numbers just aren't good now. Okay, these Sofas are going to join the main army, but they lasted a lot longer, killed a lot more units here. But it's 8 villagers killed. Yeah, look at that. The Sofa even survived this fight. Is this going to be it? Is this going to be the way that, that mikadoman wins the series? Just a massive all-in play. And this is going to be such a game of chicken here, trying not to get the workers killed while attacking the rams. Yeah, but being too deep into the town center, not the way mikadoman wants to do this. Keeping some army at home, and is mikadoman going 1-1-1? No, he has provincial levy. That's why he has horsemen. nightmeh taking the map, that's crazy considering there's no map control. But if you're gonna be greedy like this, take this position. Don't... So many rams! He's spending all of his wood on rams. He's got 900 gold he's not really using. Yeah, mikadoman, he's not trying to age up. He just doesn't have enough food to keep up with the production. But yeah, he needs to go into berries. He needs to go into deer. Maybe make farms. He has the market. He's gonna try to buy food, I think. But still, like, using the market should either be a last resource or should be a targeted build, unless you're using the Golden Gate, and those are favorable rates. Only the town center is left to die, and this is not quite Kenki level of rams, but it's a lot of rams here. It's 6 rams going in. The villagers, I don't think, really have the time to kill this, not to the army here. And finally we see a javelin thrower. Too little, too late though. Only 2 javelin throwers against all of this massive army. The horsemen are even going to close in. And that should really signal game. Yeah, one of the villagers dies. And the destroyed landmark tooltip here getting in the way. And that's going to be the series. Final landmark signals game over. And that's game. That's the series. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time. Alright, that was the day's joust. That was pretty good. Alright, let's see who we can raid. I bet fly is annoying. Okay, my buddy Axe is playing game. X is playing Assetto Corsa. It's drifting. So we can see him, or we can see... Yeah, let's go see him. We haven't raided him in a while. Alright. Take care, fellas. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. Definitely one of those 2 days. We need to get the last series played in the previous patch. Then we can update the game again. Alright, see ya.